Hello everyone! Welcome back to a brand new update for Streamerbot. Look at that, we have night mode now. I ain't flashbanging myself when I open this freaking application now. Alright, anyways, for today's videos, I'm just gonna quickly go over the quotes section again because it has changed. You do need commands now to make it work. It's now no longer just built into it, so you have more customization of it. Yada yada yada. So you actually have to do it yourself. And we're gonna go over this whole thing right here. I'm basically just gonna walk you through it because even I do not know, like this whole here, this Regex Match, I do not know this stuff. Okay, this is a whole like coding language that I don't know. You could study that shit and you still couldn't know. Like, okay, Google is our friend. All right, so the first thing first, the add quote command. So basically it used to be integrated in like the documentation of Streamerbot before this update. Now you must make your own command for it. So what you're going to do is make your own commands. We're going to go over here to commands. And this is the command I made for adding a quote. Basically I have it exclamation point add quote or exclamation point add new space quote. And I made it for my moderators and my VIPs only, and myself, of course, with a cooldown. Cooldowns are important, guys. I'll say it over and over again. All right. So basically, I just made a command. That was my trigger. And it basically, the same thing here. Add quote. So you're going to go add core quotes, add quote. And then basically, all you're going to do is do % raw input %. So that basically just says whatever they typed after this command, add it. Okay. And then again, I want my confirmation. Again, last video we talked about it. I want it to say what was added. Okay. So you're just going to do the right click, Twitch message, yada, 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 and do this. You're going to do quote ID or quote unquote. I do quotes here. You don't have to. Just whatever message you want. Quote has been added by user. And is quote number, quote ID. This still works. This is still valid. Still the same variables. All right. So now that I fixed my add command, I need to figure out how to change it. So when you call a quote, it'll do one. Okay. So now if I go like here in my chat, it'll do a random quote. Or if I go like this and a number, it'll put a random quote. Or if I break it and put a random letter, it won't pop up. You're not going to get an error. Okay. So this is how to fix it. Okay. Let's go back to Streamerbot. So now we're going to do quote. So basically what you're going to do is again, make your own thing. You're going to do a command up here. You can edit your old one and just delete it, whatever you want. This is a new command. We're going to go over to commands and you're going to go over to quote wherever it is. I think I'm blind. Yeah, I think I'm definitely blind, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm actually like brain farting here. What the hell? Here, read quote. So I just have mine exclamation point quote. Anyone can read a quote. Again, cooldowns are important. Don't spam yourself. Okay. And we're going to go back to actions and then we're going to go. Now I'm going to basically talk about it. So basically what we have going on are two if statements. Okay. So you can see here. The first one is basically saying, again, this is a whole freaking language. It's basically saying if it's not blank and if it's not a number or number variable and it's like a text or anything like that, reject it and don't post anything. Okay. It's saying basically don't run your command. Just basically break it and don't do anything. Okay. So that basically says don't do anything. Second step. So after you did that, again, you're gonna do the same thing. The add core logic if else. Same thing how you always do. Okay. So what you're gonna want to do, you do that, and you're gonna put again your % raw input %, and under the operation, you're gonna put pick. I'm down here. Regex Match, and you're gonna put this exact thing into your text box. I will put it in the comments so you can copy and pasta. You're welcome. Okay, and that basically says, again, only numbers. Thumbs up. If not number, finish. Okay? Now, so if it's a number or blank, you're going to run this one. So you're going to do right click, add, core, logic, another if else, okay? And then you're just going to add it in. And basically what you're going to do is, here's going to be blank like this. It's going to be here. And you just drag it literally into here. That's it. That's all you have to do. You just drag it in there, okay? So I drag this one in here. See, there's another if statement, okay? So here's my if statement. I added it in. Now I'm doing the same thing. If the raw input is null or empty, and I left it blank, okay? So basically if it is 0, get a random quote, okay? So this is, okay, so that's my first thing. So if it is null or empty, do this test. So for now, you do not have to say, go do another action. You don't have to do that anymore. If else statements are different now, you can actually just literally add the actions inside of here by right clicking and adding the actions, okay? So basically what I did was right click, add, core, and you go to quotes, and you're gonna go to get quote. And basically all you're gonna do is just leave it like this, random. That's it. So if I double click this, just says random. Done. So now it's basically saying, okay, you put in a number. This number is 0. It's null, right? You're going to get a random quote. If it's not null or blank, right? Or if you put a number in, right? If I put in 6, get the quote ID, right? So basically you're going to go to the false statement, and then you're going to add another one. The same exact thing. Core, quotes, get quote, okay? And now, instead of doing it random, you're going to do specific, and you're going to equal it to your raw input. So basically whatever you type in after this. So this is your raw input. Here's a raw input. This is a raw input. And this blank is a raw input. They're all inputs. And then it might be a little finicky because mine was, you're going to, guys, I hate this message. You guys copy and paste it all the time. Then you're going to want to do your Twitch message. So what I did was basically minimize this one. And then, okay, so I'm going to right click, add, Twitch, chat message, chat, okay? Send a message. And mine is basically going to say the quote 3 is, and then it reads the quote. So again, quote 6, it says quote number 6 is, don't worry, she respects you as a friend, warrior, professional photographer. No, you're shy. And I'm going to actually fix this right here. I'm going to actually put this like this because I don't want it to be spaces. Okay. Right there. So basically you can just like drag it out and then drag it back in. Just sometimes a little finicky, but just play around with it until it like shows a little arrow like this and just shove it in there. And then if you want to do it, basically just make sure it's minimized, and that's easier. If it's open, it's going to maybe put it in here. Just minimize it, put it in there. You're good to go. Now you're done. Look at that. You fixed it. And now you only have 2 commands or 2 actions, shall I say. You have one to add a quote and one to read the quote. This one, read the quote, has 2 if else statements now. And yeah, that's about it. That's all you need to know now. And then you can just still manually delete your quotes. I'm not going to go to my quote channel. God forbid, that's on YouTube too. All right. And yeah, and that's it. I will put this Regex Match in there down below. And I will work to update any of my other commands like freaky. I'll do another video on that, updating this, because you no longer need to call actions. Where is it? These, I can just literally put them in there and I can delete all these. So I will do that later. Right now, I just wanted to fix the quotes because it wasn't working. Okay. And again, still working on this one. So look forward to that one as well. The duel. All right, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. All right, bye.